gives the fielder an extra cover. They have run the first one quick. That is excellent running between the wickets. The bowler. Looks like there will be a lot of slow balls coming. An absolute ripper from the bowler. Great bowling, brilliant line and length. He should look to... We break for lunch and welcome back, and we are live with you with the change in the bowling. Pacer being brought back. Tapped back to the bowler. Strokes it into the gap. They have gone upstairs. Let's have a look at it. That is a risky run. Can he get there? Brilliant fielding. The throw is spot on. Waiting for the decision on the big screen. And that is out. Got the batsman, but the umpire thinks otherwise.
Would have been frustrating having missed out on the last one. They are calling for two. That is excellent running between the wickets.
He's really lucky to miss that one. It was an absolute beauty.
That's into the gap. Should look for two. That is excellent running between the wickets.
Change in bowling here. Spinner into the attack now.
Batsman getting ready to face his first ball. That's four. Didn't time that well, but definitely would be pleased with the result. outstanding shot. It's a bigger boundary there. It is showtime. Crowd going mad here. They have run the first one quickly and should be looking for two. That is huge, Bill. Bowler thinks he's got the batsman, but the umpire thinks otherwise. The bowler will have to be extra careful of the line he bowls to this field. It's nicely timed. Will only get one though. He's calling for two. That is excellent running between the wickets. There's a fielder at extra cover. Hit on the body. It's a nasty delivery. The bowler is bowling from his favorite end. They have run the first one quick. That is excellent running between the wickets. He is an outstanding touch here. He is dealing in boundaries. Deep point in place. They are calling for two. That is huge, Bill. Bowler thinks he's got the batsman, but the umpire thinks otherwise. The bowler is bowling from his favorite end. That's into the gap. Should look for two. That is outstanding fielding. Looks like there will be a lot of slow balls coming. Oh, that must have really hurt.
Blade miss, great goal.
He should look to get his eye in before trying something extravagant.
An absolute ripper from the bowler. Great bowling, brilliant line and length.
That has made some serious damage. The bowler will have to be extra careful of the line he bowls to the field. They have run the first one quickly and should be looking for two. That is excellent running between the wickets. Here is a fielder at deep extra cover. That is huge. Bowler thinks he's got the batsman, but the umpire thinks otherwise. Would have been frustrating having missed out on the last one. That was a quick signal. Nice running between the wickets.
He has played well to get his 50, and that will surely give him a lot of confidence going forward.
That is an excellent catch. He is taking a long walk towards the pavilion. Batsman getting ready to face his first ball. That is huge field. Bowler thinks he's got the batsman, but the umpire thinks otherwise. He should look to get his eye in before trying something extravagant.
Go on him. The ball sneaks past the bat and hammers into the stumps.
सही है वो लाते हैं लोगों से चुनाना बेचना है वहाँ पे सस्ती मौका होगा चुना जाना है कोर्स मुकम्मल भी है
And there is the signal. The captain gets the batsman to come back to the pavilion. He had enough. There is the declaration. This is a good score, and it's something that they.
We are through with the innings break, and the umpires leave the field keeping wickets in hand. Would be spinner being brought into the deck. Batsman getting into position to face the first ball of the innings.
It's straight to the fielder.
The bowler will have to be extra careful of the line he bowls to this field.
Ouch! That's hurt him. Thank God for all the protection these days.
There's a fielder at extra cover.
He has hit that straight to the fielder.
The bowler is bowling from his favorite end.
Tapped back to the bowler.
The fielder collects that one. It's straight to the fielder.
Tapped back to the bowler.
Spinner into the action from the other end. Batsman getting ready to face his first ball.
Left back on the left.
There's a fielder at extra cover. The bowler is bowling from his favorite end.
Tapped back to the bowler. Playing carefully there, the batsman. Great defensive technique shown by the batsman. Good lines, tempting the batsman to play at it, but the batsman is going to leave that one alone. Tapped back to the bowler.
Bowler will have to be extra careful of the line he holds to this field.
Classical defense. Biding his time, waiting for the man delivery. Showing the pace of the bat. What do you think about new teams like Afghanistan getting test status?
I think it's great for them. Small countries playing more and more cricket. Obviously, at this point in time, they're suited more for the shorter format. They've done well in recent short formats. They've got some radical players. They've got good spin bowlers, which I think takes their team to another level. But their recent performance in the longer format, not too impressive. Ireland got test status recently, and they were quite impressive against Pakistan. I think they've got great potential. They played in their hometown in Belfast, and they did quite well. They almost won the match at some point. So coming back to our conversation, looking back, you had Bangladesh when they started. They were on the same levels. Today, they're a force to contend with. I think it's really good for the sport that more and more countries start participating and start showing their abilities on the biggest stage.
But do you think that they should be playing the stronger teams like India and Australia rather than weaker teams like West Indies and Zimbabwe?
It's interesting that you say West Indies being a smaller country, because if you look at a couple of generations ago, West Indies was a strength, was a power, with a team everybody feared, with their big, tall, fast bowlers and their calypso-style batting. But I guess this is how cricket evolves over a period of time. You see teams that have been the most powerful and elite today struggling for dominance. And with regard to your question about whether they should start with teams who are right on the top of their cricket, I think that's the whole point of Test cricket, and I think
Tapped back to the bowler.
going back to what I was saying, it'll only show these smaller teams coming in how cricket is meant to be played at the highest level, and it's something they wouldn't normally see at their domestic circuits.
The bowler will have to be extra careful of the line he bowls to this field. Splendid shot, and it flies to the boundary for 4. He seems to have carried his form from the last match.
Tapped back to the bowler.
There's a fielder at extra cover. Nudges it for a single. That is huge appeal. Bowler thinks he's got the batsman, but the umpire thinks otherwise.
Couldn't find the gap, and the fielder stops it easily.
The bowler is bowling from his favorite end. Exquisite timing on that. A very well-deserved boundary there. Change in the bowling. Pacer being brought back. There's a fielder at extra cover.
Hit straight to the fielder.
The bowler is bowling from his favorite end.
That must hurt. It really must hurt. I feel sorry for the fielder.
Looks like there will be a lot of slow balls coming.
Tapped back to the bowler. He has hit that straight to the fielder.
The fielder collects Salmon, it's straight to the fielder.
The bowler will have to be extra careful of the line he bowls to this field.
Couldn't find the gap, and the fielder stops it easily.
Slips in place.
Tapped back to the bowler. The toss seems to play a big part in the outcome of the game. There is a huge change in approach on winning the toss, with the ball turning square in Asian conditions and swinging more in countries like England and South Africa.
I think if you're playing in the subcontinent or on flat pitches, it's a no-brainer. You should be batting first, putting a big target on the board, get the opposition in, put pressure on them, and make them bat on the final day. But the ball will turn, and you will have the highest chance of getting them all out. If you're playing in England, where it's overcast, you might want to consider putting them in, make use of the conditions early on.
The bowler is bowling from his favorite end. Bang into the gap for four. No ball called.
The batsman knows exactly where his stumps are and left.